Well, good afternoon, good morning for some people, good evening. This is Jojo Maria and Saroma, and I'm coming to you with my astrology for self-mastery for the end of August. And yes, it is very exciting information for the end of August. I am so grateful to be able to bring this to you. You know what's interesting? I was actually going to start to do this video for you like on Wednesday. But I'm so glad I waited because Astro Butterfly dropped some great information about the major aspect of Uranus and Neptune. And so I was able to pull that in for you in a more detailed way, so that you can have a good understanding and appreciation for how the universe is working on our behalf. Absolutely. Hey, Lori, you got my text. Yay. So glad you're here. Yeah, this is good information. I am just so grateful, so excited. So, without further ado, I got some new controls here, so forgive me if I'm kind of flomping around because I'm trying to figure out how to get my slides working, but I think I can do like this. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Okay. Okay. So, here we go. Let's start off with the quotes again for the month of August. And it starts with Astro Butterfly saying that in August, the planets align in a complex geometric dance with multiple bodies aspecting each other and forming flowing patterns like the grand trines, mystic rectangles, and envelopes. When we see this kind of interwoven activity rather than isolated aspects, it signals a time of high coordination and synchronicity. Yes, the cosmic puzzle pieces are finally snapping into place. Whoo, love it. And then from Moon Omens, August 2025 is an invitation for us to return to what is essential, to return to our hearts, to be more aware of the impact of our frequency on the collective field, and to reconnect with the joy of living and creating from the heart. As we navigate the transition between Leo season and Virgo season and prepare for the upcoming eclipses, we are encouraged to balance fire and earth, spontaneity and practicality, creativity and service. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely wonderful. So, um, I also like to continue to remind you about this important aspect that will show up directly. It's in formation now, and it is the conjunction between Saturn and Neptune, both in the sign of Aries. And this is really about leaving the past behind and with uncertainty and faith to prepare for this next chapter of our lives. And that truly is what is going on. And all of the aspects, all of this information I've been giving you, especially since the beginning of this year, is truly signaling that. Of course, we've talked about the age of Aquarius, how that's a whole new evolutionary phase for humanity. So it's on, folks. It is on. Hi, Carolyn. Good to know you're here. You got my text. Yay, yay, yay. Wonderful. She's a pioneer. So I am always humbled and grateful when Miss Carolyn can show up. Yes. So just a reminder, here are our impact days for the month. That first week, it was the 1st, the 6th, the 8th, the 9th, and the 11th. Very powerful. And now it's going to be today, the 22nd, then the 25th, the 26th. And I so apologize that I didn't put on here the 28th. The 28th, I think why it's not considered an impact day in the same way as these other days is because it's only one aspect, but it is so powerful, but it's subtle because it is the outer planets. But it definitely is doing something. It is shaping us, shaping our lives for sure. Hey, Juanita, so glad that you're here. I got a package. I'll be calling you when I'm done. Oh my goodness, how wonderful. Yeah, so great to get a package on a day like today too. So, we just yesterday finished out with Leo season, and today we are now entering into Virgo. But before I talk about Virgo, I just want to emphasize why it's so important that we talk about the sun in astrology as it goes around this seasonal change. And this is so important for us. And I think now, in a way that maybe we had forgotten for many years, some of us, not all of us, but now it's really coming back where we're getting that there is an energetic that occurs in the spring that's different from the summer, that's different from the fall, that's different from the winter. It's not just about, okay, what activities can I do or can't do. It really is about, what is the energetic? What's the resonance going on? And how do I, you know, attune myself to that so that I am in flow with these natural energetic changes? Yeah. So the sun in astrology, it's archetypal and incremental season change. At the center, as the center of our solar system and the force that makes life on Earth possible, the sun in astrology represents the light of our conscious awareness. Each season, his journey through the 12 zodiac signs illuminates a different archetypal energy, inviting us to explore and embody its unique expression. So again, just another component of our self-mastery work, how we keep ourselves sovereign and not in reaction to things that are going on because it's a particular season. Yeah. It's like after, I don't know, maybe it's been about 6 or 7 years that I experienced winter, I was able to get through winter for the first time in all that time without getting terribly sick. I had a little bit of bronchitis that came on, but for the most part, I was okay. I made it through, and that's because I was honoring the season. Yeah. So I want to make sure that we, know that it's an important thing for us to do. Absolutely. So here we go with today. We have Virgo season showing up. Yeah, time to gather that harvest. Also, it's about back to school, back to work, back to, all of the things that we are putting our time and energy into in order to what? Yeah, to really live well, to live happy. That's what it should be about. But, I want to say that this Virgo season really is a little different from what we've had in the past. And it is because of all of the shift that has gone on politically around the world, especially here in the United States. So it's not the back to school that it was like when I was growing up. Um, it's not the back to work in the way it was when my mother, was going to work because people are, working virtually. So I just wanted to make a note of that to realize that, this is a different kind of Virgo season right now. And again, with all of the change energy that's around us, through us, in us, that's happening, it makes sense. So all of that to say, stay open to some changes and some shifting. Don't hold on to the old paradigms as what are going to get you to your happy endings. Open up to learn. Yeah, open up to learn because it's it's quite different. Yeah, absolutely. So happy birthday to the Virgo community. Virgo season is when we get back to work, school, or whatever space where we show up to create value and be productive. Holiday time is great, but let it stretch too long, and even the most devoted party lover will start craving something real, a return to structure, to progress, to doing something that actually matters. Virgo season is a time of year when we reconnect with a sense of purpose. The sun's ingress into Virgo also begins a season centered around cultivating discernment and purifying ourselves and our lives from what doesn't serve us. This includes our environments, the food we eat, the information we consume, the people we surround ourselves with, our sleep and movement habits, and all of our daily decisions. The sun's journey through Virgo is an opportunity to practice approaching our work and daily tasks in a devotional way and explore what happens when we choose to be service oriented. Yeah. And in combination what I said about, this is a different Virgo season with the going back. Yeah, it should be quite interesting. Absolutely. Now, also today, um, we have this new moon in Virgo and emphasizing that living life as a spiritual practice. It's got a square to Uranus, who's in Gemini right now. So that also is talking about, you know, changing up systems, structures, new information coming in, new ways of communication coming in. And so a highlight on that as again, we want to move forward like what we've always done, but no, things really, really have changed. And it's important that we stay conscious of it. So here's a new moon in Virgo. Think before you leap. The new moon at 0 degrees Virgo is square Uranus and Gemini, bringing friction between the two Mercury ruled signs. Virgo wants to fix problems, streamline systems, and deliver tangible results. But Uranus and Gemini throws a curveball, challenging her to rethink the approach. Do we have all the data? Are those assumptions actually sound at this time? Or is there a big elephant in the room stomping around and waving its trunk? This new moon in Virgo is a metaphor for those researchers have found that headlines like smoking is good for you, then later it's not, or margarine is better than butter, also it's not. This reflects the urge to act on incomplete information, a Virgo style rush to be useful even when the facts aren't quite there yet. The new moon in Virgo highlights the tension between our drive to be useful and the cognitive biases that cloud perception. And this is from Astro Butterfly. Also, this new moon in Virgo opening the eclipse portal. Despite not being an eclipse, this new moon opens the eclipse portal since it begins a lunar cycle that will culminate with a full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, my sign, on September 7th. Because of all these reasons, this new moon brings a strong wave of renewal and initiates us into a new chapter of our lives, inaugurating a lunar cycle focused on bridging the spiritual and the material, anchoring the spirit into the body, and renovating our commitment to living our lives as a spiritual practice. The sun and the moon in Virgo are going to square Uranus and Gemini. This is an opportunity to liberate ourselves from the shackles of perfectionism, revolutionize our daily routines, and question our existing beliefs about health. And that's from Moon Omens. And definitely in terms of health, to really begin to understand that, how powerful our mind is and that our mind can really shift and even transform a health imbalance or a health challenge. Yeah. And we know about this, but it's just good to keep remembering it. Absolutely. So on Monday, the 25th of 2025, we have the Sun in Virgo squaring Uranus in Gemini. To have a good day, you'll need to stay flexible. This uneasy aspect might throw a few curveballs your way. So keep an open mind and be ready to adapt, even if things don't go as planned. And I think that's been going on, right? Especially when Mercury was retrograde. So we're almost kind of used to like, okay, something can show up out of nowhere for no reason, and yeah, let's roll with it. Let's take care of it. Yeah, so that'll be on the 25th. And then on the 24th, we get, yes, Venus entering into Leo. From August 25th to September 19th, Venus, the goddess of love, moves into royal Leo. Venus's ingress into Leo highlights our desire to be seen in an authentic expression and invest in our creative talents. In Leo, Venus reminds us of the value of living with an open heart, celebrating beauty, and cultivating creativity and playfulness. Venus in Leo is a powerful time to connect with our inner child's lightheartedness, invest in our passions, and make art for art's sake. Imagine that. This transit is a reminder that love thrives on generosity, warmth, and presence. Yeah, I always love this time when it happens. Last year it was came a little earlier, in August. It came more toward the beginning of August, but here we get it going into September, so that should be interesting. And it's just a lovely, lovely, lovely transit that shows up. Also about Venus in Leo. Venus in Leo invites us to be courageous enough to love without mask, allow ourselves to be fully seen, and meet others from a place of sincerity and authenticity rather than ego or performance. The Madonna slash Jason Momoa ingress will light up our desire to be seen, to shine, and to feel good in our creative self expression. This is a time to celebrate beauty, confidence, and the unapologetic joy of being who we are, loud, bold, and full of heart. As summer winds down, we're ending the season with passion and pleasure. With Venus in bold Leo, our relationships take on a creative, glamorous, and slightly dramatic flair. Have fun. Yeah. This is really, really fun and interesting because as you're going to get ready and see, you're going to be four aspects with Venus and Leo. So Venus gets busy right away, aspecting, and the majority of them are flow, but there is one that is a little tight. So let me share with you the Venus aspects. First, we get Venus and Leo trining Saturn, which is retrograde in Aries. Today offers a powerful mix of passion and discipline, allowing us to chase our goals while nurturing key relationships. Get to the heart of the matter with the people who matter most. And this is a great, great message about right relations and the importance of that. Yeah, so that we stay in resonance, firstly with ourselves, but also with others. And then on Tuesday, the following day, the 26th, 2025, we get Venus in Leo sextiling Uranus in Gemini. Yeah, it's a great day for artistic breakthroughs as a unique aspect boosts originality and creativity. Embrace new ideas and find joy in creating something fresh. Now, since Uranus hasn't been in Gemini for a minute. It's been a long time. This is an energy, this is an aspect that we have not been used to. And for many of us, this is the first time in our lifetime that we'll have this. So yeah, this is really, really powerful, powerful energy. Here's the next one. Venus and Leo, of course, trining Neptune retrograde in Aries, because those two are kissing cousins. They doing everything back to back. It's a great day for pleasure and passion, as our daydreams have the potential to become reality. Use this energy to go on a date, get creative, and simply enjoy yourself. So again, two beautiful, beautiful flowing trines happening. But then we get an opposition. Venus and Leo opposing Pluto, who's retrograde in Aquarius. Today offers a lesson in humility, reminding us that we don't have all the answers. Whew. Stay open to learning from others who have more experience or expertise. Yeah. And this is a great message about us letting go of thinking that we've got to know it all, have it all figured out, understand it all, even. Like, no, no, it's okay. And with all that passion and creativity going on, it's a good balance. I think it's a good balancing aspect to just stay humble, chill out, stay humble. It's all good. And then, drum roll, here we come to the final aspect of the month of August 2025. And this is the I'm sorry, Uranus in Gemini sextiling Neptune, who's retrograde in Aries. The end of August brings us a rare and auspicious alignment. Aspects between outer planets are always important. They mark generational milestones and influence the collective as a whole. This is when we begin to concretely see how the energy of this new era is playing out. Yeah. So let me break this down for you some more from Astro Butterfly. And she calls this the cosmic bouquet. The cosmic bouquet. I love it. Here's what she means. Remember that classic scene in rom-coms where the bride tosses the bouquet? Everyone's full of excitement and anticipation. It's a mix of taking a chance and the symbolic promise of good luck. The bouquet means something wonderful could be headed your way. Well, that's exactly what Uranus sextile Neptune feels like, as if the universe itself is tossing you a cosmic bouquet, inviting you to catch your own stroke of good fortune. With Neptune sextile Uranus, it really feels like the universe is on our side, setting up little sparks of possibility, just waiting for us to reach out and grab them. Ah, isn't that just wonderful? I love it, love it, love it. Now, here's the reasons for excitement. It's a supportive aspect, so energies flow easily and new opportunities open up. It brings a special type of influence that gets us buzzing and excited. A little bit of magic, that's Neptune, and a little bit of the unexpected, that's Uranus. Things mysteriously fall into place, yes. A synchronicity comes to confirm we're on the right path. Serendipities take us on a journey we never considered before. There's a general sense that we're at the right place at the right time. And it's more than just a Uranus Neptune story. Uranus is also sextile Saturn and trine Pluto. While we're focusing on the specific influence of the sextile, keep in mind there's a bigger cosmic setup at play. And she's talking about this magic triangle or the minor trine, which will be around from 2025 to 2028. I talked about this in my previous video about the special report. And the magic triangle is the most positive, significant, and consequential planetary alignment in our lifetimes and this century. Woo-hoo! An amazing period of discovery and revelation. Yeah. So again, folks, just more validation that we are changing for the better. And even though things are painful right now, many things are so painful, just know that it's going to break through and break open to something better and something more. Yeah, we are on an evolutionary journey. Absolutely. And I just wanted to show again the envelope, the mystic rectangle also came through, also involving the planets of Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto. Mars was thrown in there in Libra to do some meddling and some moving and some instigating. But these outer planets really mean something when they are forming these kinds of mystical, magical formations for us. Yeah. Now, also about Uranus and Neptune, it's, and I'm sorry, I gotta blow this up because I can't read it. What does it say? Oh, these are the three genuine, here's how you know, three signs that you'll know that this is a genuine Uranus sextile Neptune opportunity. Number one, Uranus sextile Neptune is not a fleeting transit. It's going to be active for a couple of years until 2027, 2028. So sooner or later, it will present you with an opportunity. Here's how you know. One, it excites you. If something sparks genuine excitement in you, no matter the reason, it's because there's something inside you that recognizes its value and potential. Number two, it brings a fresh sense of hope for the future. This is not something about your past. With both planets newly in fresh signs, or both at 1 degree, this energy is about what's next, not what's been. Expect a completely new experience or possibility, something uniquely different. Wow. Wow. Also, and again, this is going to be going on. I repeated that so you know this is going into 2028. The third sign is because it's relevant to you. If you find yourself getting excited by generic scenarios like I'll win the lottery or I'll get famous, pause and look closer. When they come, celestial opportunities very rarely match society's standard definitions of success. They're unique to us. It may or may not fit the conventional idea of what an opportunity should look like. So, if it excites you, say yes, even if you can't figure out all the details at first. Yes, and I went through that last year. Uranus sextile Neptune feels like a global spiritual software update where vision, Neptune and Aries, meets breakthrough, Uranus and Gemini, opening 1,000 new doors for collective change. Ooh. And lastly, Uranus sextile Neptune, a completely new chapter. The Uranus Neptune sextile is the first opening aspect of the current Uranus Neptune cycle, which began in 1993. What was seeded back then is finally making its way into our collective consciousness. Uranus and Gemini, in particular, will help bring the dream to life by connecting ideas, people, and tools, giving Neptune and Aries the clarity and support it needs to turn visions into action. This is a completely new chapter, a rare cosmic reset that births new paradigms, new beginnings, and possibilities that haven't existed before. We are stepping into an uncharted territory. Everything will change. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Right? Just amazing, amazing. Hey, Daphne. Daphne's chiming in and saying, hey, wow, Uranus and Neptune sounds dope. It is. It really, really is. And for all of you, all of us, not all of you, I'm included too, dealing with some unwanted challenges or complications that are showing up, um, or even, more traumatic kinds of things, just know that there really is a silver lining in all this. There really is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow once we get through the storm. And this energy moving in is really designed to push up our vibration to keep us in the level of hope, faith, higher timeline, understanding, and consciousness. I also wanted to just mention about the black moon, which you may have heard about. Like, a couple of people asked me, what's the black moon stuff about? Basically, and I didn't have time to do a card on it, but then I thought, I can just talk it real quick because here's what's going on. So we get this new moon, and then you'll see them talking about, then it's going to be the black moon. There are times when the new moon is totally absent from our sight in the sky. Usually you can see like a little sliver, a little hint, a little shadow of moon, but this is black moon. And what that means historically from ancient people, this was when the universe was resetting. Yeah. That the cosmos, the greater order and direction, was doing something behind the scenes and getting something prepared for us to show up. And so then we have the eclipse season that is coming in September. So it makes sense it would be what they call a black moon that's happening. Daphne says, I saw that, a black moon. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So again, it's about the change that we're going through. Things are being extracted from us. Yeah, not just transformed. I'm feeling extraction, which means like eliminated. It's not going to be on your radar, in your healing bucket ever again. It's like, boom, you're done. And it's really, really a powerful energy that we are moving through on the planet right now. It is really powerful. It's no joke. I'm just loving it. So, my dears, I hope this was helpful to you. Mark your calendar for the 28th. Just be with that time, feel with that time. Open yourself up to be like this. Okay, God, I'm ready to catch it. Throw it to me. I'm ready to receive it because you deserve it. You deserve it. This is a time for all of us to really get into alignment, to get into resonance with what is really right and true for us individually. Because when every individual on this planet experiences what is truly right, not what you think is right, not what you've been told is right, but what really is about the truth of who you are, what your soul needs. Yeah. Then we will see more shifting and growing, yeah, in miraculous ways. So take great care of yourself. I look forward to seeing you in September. I'm working on the astrology for that now, and it'll it'll be coming to you. I'm not exactly sure when. I think I might have to get through that eclipse first, but we'll see. I might do it before the eclipse, but anyway, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here. Spread the word. The more people that know about what the 28th is really about, I think the better. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And I'll be talking with you again very soon. Bye bye now.